If only you could see me now. If only you could tell me why you disappeared, you made me cry. So don't come back. Oh, you never took the time to say. You didn't think you should explain. Like I don't care, you're kidding me. to be never on your own. Something you're not telling me, yeah. I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. Hey cheater, do you feel better? Now that you've broken my trust, oh, boy, do you even remember that love is more than just lust? Always on the go, like you got a place to be, never on your own. Something you're not telling me, yeah. I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. I've had enough of you. You're just too much. I'm way too good for you. You're just a bluff. I'm so fed up with you. It's bad enough that I'm way too good for you. You I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. I believe it's true. You're all for someone new. I've never felt this stupid thinking I'm enough for you. Tell me, is she cute? Is she my substitute? I've never felt so certain that I've had enough for you. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Ooh, so tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Ooh, susceptible now before the moment flies. It's not a problem, no, 'cause I know what I'm getting into. Yes. Yeah, and nothing can stop me, no, 'cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Yeah, susceptible now before the moment flies. Before it flies. So tell your good lies, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now before the moment flies.
Bobbity, bobbity, bop. We are back. We are back. We are back. We are back. Sorry about the late start, everybody. How we doing? Welcome back. For those who don't know, my name is Kevin Samuels. I'm a professional image consultant, and my job is to make sure you look good, smell great, and are the best version of yourself each and every day. So, but why are we kidding each other? We're here because you want to hear me talk crap about relationships, and that's what we're about to get into. That is what we're about to get into as we get everything set up over here. So shout out to the confident, intelligent, and assertive men out there, the CIA. One love to the feminine, beautiful, inspirational women in the house, the FBI. How are we doing today? I apologize, your godfather was missing in action on Friday, but I need a vacation. I need a vacation. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need a vacation. And one is coming up very, very soon. So let's see what we got going on over here. Make sure everything is looking good on this side. Before we get started, I want to make sure everything is in line. That looks good. Do me a favor, guys. Likes are free. So hit the like button so we don't have to break into any interruptions for the program, because, you know, hey, if we have under 50% engagement, that's a little bit of a problem. Hope everybody had a good weekend. I know I did. Not. I did, but I didn't. But we're going to get back into it as we always do. That's up. That's up. That's up. All right. There we go. Got the lighting going on. Brighten it up a little bit more in here. Big Shirley. How you doing, big old sexy? Big sexy, how you doing? Shout out to all the ladies in the danger zone.
Danger zone!
That's the age 27 to 35, where you need to focus like a laser on the outcomes you want. Why? Because when you hit 36 to 60 years old, no man's land, you're going to have a problem. Because it don't matter if you have a PhD. Most of you guys are going to be facing a real prospect of and possibly spending the rest of your life by yourself, because, like it or not,
winter is coming.
No, winter is not coming. Winter is actually, for all intents and purposes, here. For all intents and purposes, winter is here. Why am I saying that? Well, because while over the weekend when I was doing what I was doing, I saw so many things going on that I'm just like, wait a minute. We got to rap a taste about some of this stuff. Got to rap a little taste about some of this stuff because this should not be, but it is. It should not be, but it is. What's going on? Well, first, before we get into any of that, let's go ahead and check the likes, the dislikes. Make sure everybody is doing what we're supposed to be doing. Make sure I can see what's going on over here. Oh yeah, we're at the right mark. Yeah. So let's get into the program. What am I doing? Let me go ahead and take a sip of Red Bull real quick and get into this. All right. Whether you like it or is that music too loud, by the way? Let's see. What am I doing? Let me go ahead and take a sip of Red Bull real quick and get into whether you like it or whether you dislike it. The fact of the matter is, when we talk about facts, data, statistics, things like that, guys on this side of the planet are more often right than wrong. That's what it comes down to. And what we over here in men's centric universe, the MCU, is a different kind of content. It's not about feelings. It's not about what we wish. It's about what we think, know, and can show. And far too many women, modern women, have been led astray, run amok, bamboozled. By whom? By whom? By what? Many of you have been led astray, bamboozled, run amok by the very people that you put the most faith into. Your mother, your father, your many of you got to understand that when you get right down to it, you look around and the very people you care about the most who have been telling you get out there, go get an education, do what you want to do. They have been leading you around. They have been leading you astray. Let me see this. I want to see if this is what I want to use. I don't think I want to use this one. No, I don't want to use that. Hold on just a second. But I'm going to do it this way. All right. So here's what I'm going to get down into. This is not my concept. It has long been discussed on this side of the planet that in order to have a real conversation, especially between black men and black women, two things were going to have to happen. One, a real, honest conversation between black men and black women. And another, regarding the black church. Now, this is going to be a sensitive subject for some, but I'm going to tell you right now, as somebody who was raised in the church, baptized at 5, you know what? Hold on just a second. Somebody who was raised in the church, baptized at 5, grew up Baptist, and I think I've shared before that I've been in church a lot of my life. I have seen our community change. And one of the things I talk about is how womanist, feminist doctrine has creeped its way into the church, right along with this whole thing with prosperity preaching and gospel, where everything is cool and there's nothing wrong. You know, when I was growing up, to be a single mother was a thing, but you didn't sit on the front row with 3 kids by 4 different dudes and holler at the pastor. So you look right now, so many men have left the church. But you know what? Before we get into it, let's go ahead and what is this? This is my grandmother's Bible, because if you had a praying grandma like I did, see, this is a Bible that has real work in it. You know, that's when you know you grew up. When you got real work in a Bible. You picked the right one, G6. You picked the right one. You know, when you've been in the prayer closet so much that your Bible is battered. Your sword has seen some action. So I find it rather interesting that some of my most ardent critics and detractors happen to be from the very cloth, the very place where I learned right from wrong, good from bad, up from down. But you know what? Make no mistake. The ones that are really against what's going on over here, it's not about right or wrong, headship, divine order. Because, I mean, what do I really talk about over here? Men need to handle their business and women need to be in their place with men. The value of family, the family unit, the communities, building and competing. What do I talk about? But I find it funny that some of the largest, most ardent critics of mine tend to be the most Bible thumping people you got. Because it ain't about religion. It's about money. And the kind of stuff we talk about over here is starting to hit people in the pocketbook. Make no mistake. See, it's all right if you go on over, let somebody tickle your ears and let them tell you their version of the gospel Christian light, and let them tell you what they think you need to hear, so they can get the building fund, the church fund, the this, the that paid for. They want to, that seems to be some of these guys want to be the only influence black women have in their lives. That's why there are no black men in the church, because they get tired of seeing women sit there and swoon behind these married men, telling them, get out there, live your best life. God wants the best for you. By the way, buy me this. Buy me that, buy me this, buy me that, get it this. I'm going to believe God. Well, guess what? Since you can believe God, I'm going to believe God too. I'm going to believe God that I know the difference between right and wrong, and I'm going to believe that you have been lying. Because it's been brought to my attention that I'm a false prophet. And the things I'm talking about are the very end of days. You know, the nerve it takes to be as dismissive of some of these folks I've heard, and just kind of mention an offhand comment that somebody told me about something, such and so forth. Now, ain't nobody told you about that. You know exactly you know exactly where you heard my name. You watch. You watch and you've heard, because women in these places are going back and saying, look at here, I'm a Christian, but I'm not getting the outcomes I want. Where are all the men in the church? Matter of fact, where are my tithes and offerings going for? Wow, I got this dog, but you and yours got everything. What's going on? Why can't we seem to? Oh, too many questions. Too many questions. Question. Yeah, that's a problem. That's a problem. So what I'm going to suggest is, when you start getting to the point of outright hypocrisy, going in one breath talk about, in order to get yourself a millionaire, you need to do this, and in another breath sit there and ask the very people in your church to get you a six. You know what? Back up. Why am I so passionate about this topic? Because I've been talking about it long before I was popular. Why is this both buy a dog and die alone thing? So that's what Average at Best really kind of crystallized. It wasn't the fact that I actually had the nerve to tell somebody what I actually thought. It was the fact that if we don't change what we're doing, we're going to all end up by ourselves. Because if you can't get what you want, you're going to end up being alone. How do I know this? Because I've seen it my entire life. Let me tell you guys a little story. My aunt, God rest her soul, like a lot of women, praying folks. And I watched a lot of women in my very city religiously watch religious broadcasting, TBN, Benny Hinn. I'm not going to name a bunch of these people because I'm not going to give them airtime. But some of the very people who got the nerve to kind of make offhanded comments about me, folks that I know was giving their last dime. I'm talking about people living on disability and government assistance. But they would make sure that they had a check right on down to Atlanta. I have no problem with preachers and pastors getting paid. I don't. I really don't. I don't have that problem. I'm not the type of person that believes that the pastor should drive a horse and buggy. He may have the call, but his wife and children didn't. However, I'm also about outcomes. And when I can sit back and watch the very women we claim to love and care about so much come to church every Sunday faithfully on their knees praying for a man that God has never promised them he's going to send. And while you got these very folks up in the front of you telling you, keep coming, keep being faithful, keep this, keep that, when there are no practical things in these organizations to make it happen. I want you to go to all these so-called churches that are telling you all these things going to happen, and look where the singles ministry is. Where's the men's ministry? How actively are these churches promoting coupling between singles? Because from what I've seen, it's mostly marriage ministry, kids ministry, and the women's ministry. So it's the end of days. Well, it is the end of days. It's the end of days because men have left the church because they are tired of so many of our women believing that they got to be strong, independent, don't need no man, and that so many of your men has become the government and Jesus. Where is a space left for a man in your life? But then you got these people telling you that this is exactly where you need to be. You want to know where you need to be? Stop paying. Stop paying those tithes. Stop making those offerings. Oh, well, that would be anti. No. Start investing in yourself. If you want to do your works, do your works. You should give 10%. It didn't say where you got to give it. And that's what this comes down to. A lot of this stuff comes down to money. When women are starting to get a message of improving yourself to make yourself a better match for the kind of man you want, they know if they get a man, that man is going to bring sober-mindedness, logic. He's not going to just be so quick to say, no, wait a minute. Why? Like I was on Instagram and I did that whole bit about the church. When the men come back, they start doing an audit. They want to know where's the building fund, this, that, such and so forth. Too many questions. See, I started to do a whole bit with sound effects and this and Richard Pryor and this and that, but it ain't that serious. I don't need to do all that. This is a serious matter because, ladies, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are at a place of worship on Sundays and they're not talking about what you need to do to get better, if you look to the right, look to the left, look to the front, look to the back, and all you see is women, then you got to ask yourself a question. Where's all this outcome these people you're supposed to be getting? Because it ain't, though the men don't exist, I think this show and so many other shows has really proven beyond a shadow of a doubt, the problem ain't the men. The men do exist. 51% of black men, single and childless, 64% in the middle class. You know, we're to the point now to where you got women who want to argue that stat. Oh, well, how are you calculating that number and this and that? See, when you start getting people who want to argue with the stat, they got no debate. We can't debate that 80% of our children are born out of wedlock, 80% of our women are considered to be overweight, and 80% of that obese, that the average income, all the numbers are there. And just like I said last week, when we get right down to it, we say winter is coming. People get angry because they have no answers. Why do people get angry? Because they have no answers. Why? Because all of the answers tend to lie in one place. With men. With men. And they don't like it. Because in order to get the outcomes you want, ladies, you want relationship. And relationship means you're going to have a man. That means you're going to have to be able to come into communication, cooperation with a man. I didn't make it this way. The creator made it this way, right? Right. But see, these folks who want to talk about me, you go to church every Sunday and this is what you see. That's you. That's you, mama. Right there. That's what the church look like on men's. Where are all the men? Huh? Where are the men? The men have gone. There it is. That's you right there. Let that marinate for a minute. You can't change the fact that that's what it is. Let's leave it right here. Boom. You there devout looking what you're supposed to do? Because I don't blame you. There is a component of faith that it has to go along with it because nobody wants to make a mistake. But if we're talking about, is this the end for modern women? Is this the end for modern women actually putting their faith in somebody telling you what you need to do? Or are you going to put your faith in what you learned and what you know? Faith without works is dead. Show me your work. That's where all this came from. This whole high value thing, it started by show me your work for men. And for women, it started with show me your worth. Or like it or not, hot girl summer, WAP, such and so forth, blase, blase, blah, don't have a lot of worth for the kind of men you talking about. I didn't make the rules, ladies. The kind of men that are marrying men, the men that are willing to work with a woman and build with a woman, don't want a woman who's out there. They don't want a woman who's doing this and doing that. They don't want a woman that's...
She belongs to the streets.
They don't want a woman like that. That's the truth. I didn't make it this way. So while you got these people telling you what you want to hear, do they have an outcome to show you? At least what I'm trying to tell you is
Winter is coming.
and you need to get yourself together and start thinking about what it is that you want as an outcome. Because you don't get to make up the rules as you go along. Men get to have their say as well. Just like you can have your standards, men can have their standard too. And they want something. They want a woman who is going to be fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive, going to get on his program and going to work his plan with him. Matter of fact, that ain't that what it was supposed to be in the garden? But let's not go there. What happened in the garden? Adam was doing just fine. Eve decided she wanted to do what she wanted to do. Y'all don't want to hear this. See, they don't want to talk about this because if you actually start holding folks accountable like you used to hold folks accountable, that means you're going to mess with that money. You can't tell, no, you got to tell them it's all good. You know, be your way. Matter of fact, it's those men. Those men are the ones who ran afoul. Well, guess what? The only one walking out with the church on Sunday with their man is with their wedding or their husband and wife is the people you listen to. Then what ends up happening? You got a lot of women today who, because they know what's going on, a lot of women today right now, they hear this. What is that sound? Oh my God, what is that sound? That's the sound of that's the winter horn coming. They know it's coming. So what are they doing? Women are starting to try to prepare. They're trying to prepare and do what? Get themselves together, but you can't get yourself together if you've already ruined a lot of what you got going on. I didn't make the rules, ladies. I didn't make the rules. So what's happening with men today? Men are sitting back hearing the truth, that you have value, that you have worth, that she may be the prize, but you are a catch, that a woman who wants to be on your program needs to audition and vet herself for you. And now women are like, well, wait a minute, you expect me to have to do something other than just be cute and have some sex? Yes. You got to do more because your competition is here and they are ready. So what's going to happen? You're either going to sit up like this woman, waiting for the Lord to send you somebody, when the Lord has always told you faith without works is dead. You're going to listen to the people tell you what they want to tell you, get you to hear what they want to hear while y'all along buying them jets and carrying on. Because make no mistake, they're living their lives while you praying. My aunt did the same thing and she died alone. Penniless, sick, broken, wanting. I have seen too many women like her put their faith in men behind a pulpit and they died. I'm not begrudging anybody who's in the pulpit of the church. I believe in the church for what it's supposed to do. But we have gone astray to the point now the church is attacking who? Attacking men for just saying men deserve what you're preaching about? What, the French toast? Oh, it's because it's a challenge to your authority. Because you got a bully pulpit and you're the one that's supposed to know right and wrong. Okay. Idolater. You know, so when I found somebody telling me that I'm the end of days and carrying on, you know, but I'm gonna let better people handle this. I'm going to let the PhDs and the scholars kind of tackle this because, like I said, this is not my original thesis. This has been said long before, but I'm going to get into something else now that we need to get into because in the end of days, you're going to start seeing a lot of stuff. Dogs. What you're going to start seeing in the days, you're going to see dogs sleeping with cats. You're going to see all kind of craziness going on. What else you going to see going on? In the end of days, what you going to see going on? You're going to hear freezing eggs. What we going to hear? We're going to hear all kind of stuff.
Vaginas are great.
Yeah, you're going to hear all kind of stuff, you know, WAP and this and that. We got it all going on. Yeah, and then what's happening? Women get spitting angry. You're going to hear all this crap going on, and like it or not, it's going to get even worse. The horn is sounding. Winter is coming. Now, winter is here. How do we know winter is here? Just last week, CNN ran a show talking about, single mother of 3 being evicted and blah, 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 blah. And my bill is due, and I needed $1,900. She puts up a GoFundMe account. And they play on their heartstrings, and what do y'all do? Run out in the world like crash test dummies, and y'all start throwing money at this woman. Now, I like what O'Shea had to say about it. He said, you know what? I'm not begrudging a single mother getting any money or assistance. My thing is, what about the women who aren't not mothers? What about the women out there who are doing the right thing and are facing eviction? What about the single fathers out there? What about the men? You know, $200,000 when this woman asked for $2,000 or $20,000? Fragrance of the evening, harmonious, hypnotizing fire. And you know what happened? You know what happened? You know what happened? Exactly what we knew was going to happen. Just like when Juicy Smouye was up in Chicago talking about they jumped out with MAGA hats at 16 degrees below while he was on the way to the subway. We knew over on this side,
She belongs to the streets.
we knew there was some bullshit there. We knew it was some bull crap in there. But CNN, because they got to push a narrative to help women, help mama, help this, help that. They didn't even do what Walter Cronkite and other journalists are spinning in their grave. All they had to do was ask some basic questions. Are those your children? Biologically, did you have those children? Did you give birth to those children? Where's the father? But no, they needed a good story. They needed to tell you something because they need you to stay stupid and sleep. So what you have so many women going out and do? I'm going to get 20. I'm going to get this, that. But if it had been a man, they'd have said, that man don't need my money. Let that do. No. He'd have been a deadbeat. But if it had been you with your communications degree, no diss to the communications degree right now, said, I need some money to help. They'd have said, you shouldn't have went to college. But what do? We allowed the mother of 3 to get almost $250,000. And guess what? Anybody want to give me the punchline? Anybody want to give me the punchline?
Where's my money? You gonna give me my money? Where's my money, man?
You know the punchline? Not even her children.
Shame. Shame. Shame.
Not even her children. Where they at? Where they at? Who? Where they at? Where's CNN? Where's the rest of the media telling you, we need to retract that. We need to fix that up. No, all them folks have got hustled. And when they say, well, you know, whether or not they're her biological children, the need is still there for the kids. You cannot make this shit up. Why is this important, ladies? Because like it or not, that was the defining moment. Winter is not coming. Winter is here. Men have been put up on enough knowledge to realize that women will go to any lengths. Some women will go to any lengths to extract resources. They don't care. They'll lie, cheat, steal, hustle, go funny, this, that. And men are sitting back saying that you want to be a traditional woman and you want a man to get out here and be the protector, provider, prophet, priest. You want men to do traditional things while y'all are out here
She belongs to the streets.
doing whatever, how whatever, hustling dudes, OnlyFans, this, that, blah, blah, blah. Men are tired. And many men are saying, I would rather end up doing the same thing versus having to risk dealing with this foolishness. So yes, it is the end for modern women.
I rebuke.
It is the end for modern women. It is the end for all this bullshit, all of this rampant extreme hypergamy. It's an end for all this entitlement. It's an end for all of this lasciviousness, this wanting, thinking the world owes you something, that all you got to bring to the table is what's standard on every model. It's the end for modern women. Oh, yes. Because unless you are making enough to replace two incomes to do it for yourself, you aren't going to find many suckers out there, fools, because like it or not, ladies, you didn't do it, but far too many women have pushed the pendulum too far. They've done too much. At what point did you think it wasn't going to come back the other way? You think men were just like, so let me get this right. You can laugh at an average guy. You can tell him he's too short, too broke, you work for UPS, but then it's the same dudes when the winter comes, you're going to be doing what? What you're going to do is those same dudes, you be like, hey, big head. Yeah. Big head texts and big head emails will get outrageous. The same guys you wouldn't give your time of day after you went out and become an alpha widow. You had 3 kids by 2 different dudes. Now you want him to come play stepdaddy. And now you got so many folks, you should marry a real man marries a French toast that. It is time for the women who want a different outcome to knuckle up. It is time for you to get selfish and compete. It is time for you to learn how to make yourself known, available, and a known quantity to the men who are possibly still looking for wives and relationships. Because, like it or not, chivalry is dead because modern women killed it. Wasn't you, but it is what happened. Maybe your mother's generation, it does not matter. It is here. This whole moratorium for 2 more months, I don't think it's going to stand, and I hope it doesn't, because I'm thinking of all the homeowners who have not had rent paid. If you can't pay rent today, you ain't going to be able to pay it 2 months from now. Why is this important? Because so many people, women in this case, need to have a come to Jesus moment. But coming to Jesus in those places ain't going to help you. You know where Jesus is. You don't have to go listen to that man tell you what you want to hear just because it tickles your ears. There's a cover charge and a 2-drink minimum. Give me 2 of them wines and 1 of them crackers. Yeah. I got her. Hey, baby. I sent that wine. Yeah. I got your communion on you, shorty. Yeah. Damn. Yeah. When you start having VIP membership in church, there's a damn problem. I said it. And who said it before I did? The very Jesus you said you believe in. Jesus was the original gangster. Came in there kicking over the tables and stuff. Whoa, don't get You picked the right one, G6. You picked the right one. Keep messing with me. Shots fired. This is light work. Mess with me again. Say something again. Because you are going not against the man. You're going against the men. The very men that you need to help you build and run this world. When are you guys going to realize that it's more than just about a man sitting here? It's about the men. The very men you stepped over, looked, laughed at, run down, told they ain't worth nothing. The very men that you thumbed your nose at saying, you can't even smell this. I need a millionaire. I need a guy who's making at least 100,000 when you worth 50. And think you're doing him a favor because you want to decide to settle when you're 40 years old? Huh. I'm sorry, Granny. Let it go, Kevin. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. In all seriousness, modern women, this is the end. Look at what's happening in Korea and Japan. Those countries are dying. Xingyu, leftover cake, leftover women. Kodokoshi, people dying by themselves. Hikomori, socially withdrawn and awkward. The rent is due in full. And I hope you guys understand that that woman who ran that scam ruined it for you all. What do you think is going to happen when the next GoFundMe goes up? It's not a GoFundMe, it's go find a husband. What the French toast you think this is? Go find a husband. Forget GoFundMe. Go find him. I said it. Go find him. Go find him. Hashtag go find him. Somebody in the chat room, hashtag go find him. Everybody, hashtag go find him.
Kevin, God damn it.
I know.
It burns! Oh, it burns! Oh.
I know. It burns. Hey, hashtag go find him. But he's a blue collar guy, and I got a PhD.
I'm a PhD.
He's got no college debt. You $100,000 in debt. You better go find him. That's right. You better go find him. 51% single, childless, 64% in the middle class. 60% of women with children have children by two different men. What leverage do you think you have in this market? Huh? Oh, I'm a solid 8. Right. You a solid 8? Well, guess what? Every man that you want, so does Becky, Marisol, Marlene, and Jamila. Now, trust me, they're going to find him. They're going to find him. And they're making it very clear that they want him. Y'all think y'all just going to go out with your girlfriends and set up in groups and think you can y'all still think you still think this is, you back in college and you can just pick and choose and shoot guys down? No.
Danger zone!
No. You hit 30, 27 to 30 is when a lot of women in our community finally start to think, well, maybe it's time to settle down. It's too late by that time. For the way you're thinking, it's not too late, but for the way you're thinking. Where's the sense of urgency? I want to wait until 30. You better go find him. And here's the question. When you do find him, then what you going to do? What you going to do when you do find him? You going to run up on him and say, hey, guess what? I got these eggs in the refrigerator. Then you're going to pull the cat facts and pull your relationship history and say, let me see this. One of the first questions you're going to ask you, where you go to church? You go to whose church? Oh, hell no. Can't deal with you. I mean, women already put that on. If you listen to Kevin Samuels and these guys, don't try this, because what is that saying? That they know you up on game. They know that you think different. They know that there's a standard out there.
Damn!
Ladies, let me help you out. Look around where you are at any given time when people are telling you what you want to hear. And I want you to look around when you realize you're being told what you want to hear, and I want you to look around and see all the single, available, marriageable men. You look to the right, you look to the left, look to the front, look to the back, and I will almost guarantee you they won't be there. You can tell what kind of place it is by the male attendants. You can tell what kind of place it is by the male attendants. And what does a modern church look like today? I didn't make this stuff up. And it ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. All these things are coming together. Being told what you want to hear. Wasting your time. For the women who aren't like you, out here running these GoFundMe scams, playing on people's sympathy, messing it up for you, just like the women who 1 out of 3 admit going to dinner with a man, out with a man just for the meal. Men get, you think you can keep hustling and playing men? Well, it ain't you. Guess what? If it ain't you, it is on you to make yourself shown to be different. It ain't on him to go find out. It's not on him to walk over to you to figure it out. It's on you to tell him, I'm not them. And how do you do it? You don't do it by talking. You do it by showing men you're different. Or you could choose to not do it. You can think that this is just a game. It's a joke. You can think all that's right. And while
Winter is coming.
winter's here, and you think it ain't no big deal, next thing you know, what's happening? What's happening? And then you will find, and then when it finally dawns on you, when you start realizing, just like so many other women are realizing, that men aren't stepping to women, aren't approaching women, aren't doing this, aren't doing that, The horns have been blowing for the longest. But by the time you hear that horn, the gate is closed. The game is over. And you ladies need to understand that, like it or not, before you more so than men, there is a clock on your life, on options. They run out. Take it up with the Creator. Forget your job. Go find Him. What am I saying? Forget your job. Forget trying to get promoted at this thing. Keep your job, work your job, but look for a promotion with Him. Go find Him. And then when you go find Him, go serve Him and go serve Him and stay with Him. Don't just find Him. That's just the first part. Cooperate and stay. Find, cooperate, 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 stay. If you ain't into it,
Be gone, thought!
find, cooperate, stay. Cooperate, stay. Find, cooperate, stay. For those of you who already got a baby daddy, go back to your baby daddy. Go back to your baby daddy. Nobody want to deal with y'all no way. Go back to your baby daddy. You got more than one, pick one. Go on and put your family back together that you broke. Go on and fix the home you wrecked. Go on. Get out the market. Leave these single people alone. Go and find your baby daddy. If you're married, go and crawl back to your husband. I said it, crawl. I'm sorry. I was one of the 4 to get married, and I'm over here tripping like you owe me a Jaguar and a mansion. Here's your sandwich, sex, and silence. Oh, that's so misogynistic. You just want us to go back to so and so and so. I don't care where you go back to. I'm just trying to let you understand that what men are not going to tolerate anymore. You make your choices. If you choose to think you're this, that, you're going to hold down something and so forth, fine. But when the time is up, When time is up and that clock is out, and men are like, what? I want you guys to go look on some of these Tinder profiles. You got women in their 50s and 60s talking about they 50 is the new 30. 50 is 50. Is this the end for modern women? It is the end of the denial and the delusion. You take the blue or you take the red. But I'm taking this one back. Time for reality. You want to live the rest of your life instead of just surviving? Here you go. Because over here, that's dream. That's fantasy. It ain't working. It ain't working, never has, never will. Find, cooperate, state. Go find him. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I better do. But I bet I do. We're gonna open the call line because I want to hear what we got coming from some of you, from some of the ladies here. I want to hear what we got coming from some of the ladies, because I really am. I'm shocked that so many people were in the message in church talking about. Oh, that's right. You tell them so and so. Okay. All right. You think that's gonna work for you? Let's see. It's gonna be request access. Okay. I got some new music coming up for you guys, but not tonight. I want to hear from the ladies, especially the women in church. I want to hear, is your church helping you find a man? Is your church helping you find a man? Is your church helping you actually find that husband that they say God got the best for you? Okay, well, is your church really trying to help you find it, or is it just just gonna keep pay me though? Is that what he's doing? I want to know. But until, let's get to this.
Os livros na estante já não têm mais tanta importância. Do muito que eu li, do pouco que eu sei, nada me resta, a não ser a vontade de te encontrar. O motivo já nem sei, nem que seja só para estar ao seu lado, só pra ler no seu rosto uma mensagem de amor. Uma mensagem de amor. Os livros na estante já não têm mais tanta importância. A não ser a vontade de te encontrar. O motivo já nem sei, nem que seja só para estar ao seu lado, só para ler no seu rosto uma mensagem de amor. Mensagem de amor. Uma mensagem. conectados dia a dia. Amor antigo, mesmo que o tudo vem, mesmo quando estarei velha, sempre jovem a você.
Pour nous, nous l'aimons parce qu'il nous a mis le premier.
My funny Valentine, sweet, calming Valentine, you make me smile with my heart. Your looks are laughable, unphotographable. Yet you're my favorite work of
Ball line is up.
art. Is your figure less than Greek? Is your mouth a little weak when you open it to speak? Are you smile? Ooh, don't change your hair for me. Not if you really care for me. Stay, oh, you stay, oh, just stay, stay. Patient of his Each day with you, Valentine's Day.
Grown damn music right there, people. More to come. All right, Danielle, you got to get on camera. If you want to be on, you got to get on camera. Only thing is, if you get on the Ask Godfather link, it'll put you on buying screen, split screen with me. If you want to get on Zoom, you can request not to be seen, but you must be seen here. So there's the link. Jane, you ready, Jane? Go ahead and wave. Hey, how you doing? Jane, how are you?
Hello.
Okay, you have Okay, you can't come on with TVs playing in the background and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna need background silence. So when you decide to when you get it together, you're gonna have on one screen and you got to be ready to go. Danielle, you must show your face. I must verify that you are who you say you are. So if you're not prepared to get on, just go ahead and bounce off because I'm not bringing anybody on without seeing them. All right. Same thing with you. Start the video. Okay. Are you ready now? Try it again. Hello. How are you?
Hello. I'm fine.
How old are you?
35.
Have you called in before?
I did.
Okay, so what do you got?
What was it? The winter? That's what you were talking about?
Oh, you called in. You know how this goes. You called in before. Okay, if you're not,
Yeah.
are you just trying to be seen, or you just? I mean, because I don't really have time to play games. If you don't have anything you want to
No,
talk about, I'm going to the next person.
I want to talk about the topic.
Okay, you go ahead.
I forgot. What was you?
All right. Bye bye. All right. Don't call back. Yeah. This person who's does the name Tiffany. Yep. I can't see you. You won't be put on. So Danielle, I'm gonna bounce you out put you out of the waiting room in 5 seconds. So we got people lined up, and I realize this is a difficult topic for a lot of women because they have been told that they can decide when they're ready to just turn around to the market and pick a man, and that's simply not the truth. Ladies, you've been told that you can do something that you're not going to be able to do. Many women, I will get an email or ask a question, where to go to find these kind of men. I'm tired of being out here. Where do I go? All right. My question for you is, if I sat you in a room with 100 eligible men of your preference, they were height, weight proportionate, age appropriate, income outlet appropriate, would they pick you as a wife? Because I have a question too. I want to mention something I saw on Lapeef Let's Talk. Shout out to Lapeef. I am fast. What is the purpose of dating in the modern world? The older you get, the less dating you should need. I was listening to a woman who basically said that, hey, I went to a party of some sorts, and my husband saw me at the party, and I guess one of her relatives said, hey, he likes you. He thinks you're interested. She said, he knows what to do. And you know what he did? My interpretation, he basically went through the process, talked to her people. There was no dating. They were married. What, in under a month, under a week? What do you learn dating? I am so tired of us in the modern dating world thinking, I need time to get to know somebody. No, you don't. That's one of our problems. We think we can minimize risk by stringing out dating for years and years and years and years. That doesn't get the modern woman anywhere because you waste your time. Are you ready to get married in 6 months or less and do your job for a lifetime? Well, I'll do my job for the right dude. No, do your job for the dude. You're not the right woman. Who told you you were that great? Oh, shit. Jenny, you ready? You ready? What do y'all think this is? Hello?
Hi, sorry, I need privacy. I'm so sorry. I recently have been watching your show, and I have
You need to be
really been
still.
inspired.
Okay. What I need you guys to do is, you got to understand, I'm running a show. I appreciate that you guys are excited, but you can't be, if you're going to be on my program, sit down and be ready to go. I'm here in a 3-piece suit. I come prepared to work. We need to put a better image forward for our community. Ladies, this channel is seen by hundreds of thousands of people. Can you at least act like you give a damn? So, how many of you ladies are really ready to do what you say you're ready to do? You're over 25. What do you need to date for? Why do you need to date somebody? We need to be together 2 years. If you're dealing with a man who need to be with you for 2 years, he ain't really ready to be nowhere. Every man I know in my Facebook group, the mix such and so forth, they ain't got married in a short time. Speaking of which, Patreon. I mentioned it before. I'm relaunching my Patreon this week. It's going to be the premier online private community for CIA, confident, intelligent, assertive men and feminine, beautiful, inspirational women. It is not this link to black people, it's all people. But the thing is, you have to be CIA or on your path. This is not, I'm not trying to hear any of, we're not trying to have the same conversations of who leads, who follows. And if you want to have dating conversations and that kind of stuff, that's out there.
She belongs to the streets.
In this group, we're talking about men will be networking, doing business, and so forth. Look, we're going to build it as we fly, but it is something different. It is not a place for gossip, such and so forth. You want not the water cooler, online community for getting stuff done. All right. If you're not going to show yourself, you got to go. Jenny, you're back over there. So, all right. Okay, you're still moving around. I said stop moving. Okay, you're still moving around. If you're going to be moving around, I'm putting you on. I'm bringing you on in 3, 2, 1. Hello?
Hi, yes, I've been watching your show for a little while now, and I really
Hold
love.
on. Hi.
Hi,
How old are you?
I'm 24 years old.
All right. What do you have for me on the topic?
Well, I've had a lot of difficulty just finding a man and even getting men interested in me, and just being a woman can have stable, healthy relationships. And I definitely feel like with our culture, it's more of a
Let's not
hookup
talk about our
culture.
culture. Let's talk about you.
Yes.
Where's your father? Were your mother and father married?
My dad passed away when I was a baby.
Sorry to hear that. Did your mother have any more kids?
Yes, I have 2 older sisters.
Okay. So when you talk to the women in your family about dating and relationships, what kind of information are they giving you?
They say that I go for 2 good-looking guys and that I need to lower my standards and date someone that likes me instead of me liking them.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing is wrong with that. It's just that I was on the dating apps, Tinder, Bumble, and all the
What?
men just wanted hookups.
Well, that's
So
because you're on online
I
dating
was
sites.
on
That's
the
what that's for. Online dating is for sex.
and I don't want that.
Well,
But
then
I
get
don't
off of
know how
those
many
sites.
guys
Then get off of
outside of
those
that.
then get off of those sites. See, young lady, I'm not really concerned as much
Yes.
about what you ladies want. I'm concerned about what you can get. Okay? Because we often, as human beings, want more than we can get. How tall are you? How tall are you? And she just froze.
I'm 5'3".
Dress size?
Uh, size 12.
At 24, why are you a dress size 12 as a single woman trying to find a man?
I recently had medication that made me gain weight, and I honestly, my eating habits are bad because I'm a most of the time, and I definitely rely on food a lot.
Okay, ma'am. Men want women who are fit. Okay? All men. So if you know you have an issue with food and eating, and that's something you got to take care of. Just like women want men who have a job and who are productive, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do.
Yeah,
You want to be, if you want to have anything
you're
other
right.
than short-term, casual interactions, that's what has to happen. And see, I'm gonna start cutting to the chase. A lot of you ladies, now you want something. You're under 30. Are you in the gym 5 days a week? If you're not a dress size, what? You need to weigh less than a man at your height. You need to be in shape. Single, no kids, you need to be in shape because winter is here. You know what gets let in the front door or through the gates? something that's appealing to a man. You know what doesn't get something in? You already outnumber the men, you must be competitive, you ladies. Um, who is this? Nicole? Were you just here? Why are you back, lady? Please go away. You want to talk to me? Book a session because I think you're over just doing stuff. I don't have time to play with you. I no no. I'm not gonna bring you on. So Nicole, how are you? Go ahead, and wave. All right. Hello, how are you?
I didn't want to be on YouTube. That's why I got on here.
You did or did not?
Did not.
Okay, then you need to go to the other link.
Oh.
Okay,
Okay, well,
this.
we'll go ahead and talk since we're here.
All right. So how are you? How
Um,
old are you, by the way?
I'm
I got to ask you
I'm
that.
30. I'm 36.
Okay. Is this the end for modern women? What do you got?
I hope, to be honest with you, so I
Mhm.
have like binge watch you probably like the last 2 weeks. So I really like the things that you say, and I really think I wish a lot of women would get a lot more of that of what you're saying. Um, I hope this is the end for modern women because I get the whole we were sold the dream that in our 20s we could have fun, and then by the time when we got in our 30s we could, find us a husband. And for me, that didn't happen. That hasn't happened, should I say?
Mm-hmm. You have any children?
So no, I don't.
And what do you want as an outcome?
I want to be. I would like to be married.
Okay. Um, why?
Um, to be honest with you, it's something that my family has always instilled into me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, my grandmother taught it. My mother taught it. Even though she was a single woman, she taught it as well. So it was definitely an objective, a family objective for the women in my family to be
Okay.
married. And it's still a conversation we have now.
Do you want children?
Um, I'm kind of undecided on children. I know
Why?
I'm in geriatric. I know I'm in
Well, my
geriatric.
question ultimately is for a woman in her mid 30s. You say you want marriage. I'm thinking of why would a man marry you if one of the main reasons men are looking to even risk being
Hmm.
married is for a legacy.
Correct.
Okay, so if you are from the man's standpoint, why should a
Hmm.
woman marry women in your category or woman in general, and then specifically, why pick you? That's what I always think of.
Right. Correct. No. No. I'm still up for having children, but I understand what goes along with that at my age. So if I met a man and he said, "Yes, let's have children," we no problem, we will have children. But I understand the complications that could come with it. But I had two grandmothers who bear children in their 40s, so
Okay, so did you go to college?
no, I didn't.
What do you do for a living?
I work in accounting, more of a clerk, but
So
with
since
time and skills.
I gotta ask, since high school, there's no real career, college and the rest.
Um,
I
I
mean,
mean, I started
what I mean
college.
is job. I mean, what I mean is a job. When I say career, I mean like on track to become a partner or an owner.
Correct.
70 to eighty
Correct.
percent of everybody has a job. Okay,
Correct.
so if you're in that 70 to 80% of people who has a job, where has life been spent since high school? Because most
Um,
of us progress to
working,
right.
working, and I did, I heard you say this, but I bought a house and I've helped my sister raise her daughter.
Well, that's your
I mean, I've
sister.
been in
Still,
relationships. It is, but she's a single mother, so we're trying our
who
best to,
cares?
as a family, to help her
Who
out.
cares?
I understand that. I understand that.
See, what's
But,
happened is the world changed under you ladies.
mm,
And now it's like you were told, hey, just do these things. And many women thought it would be easy to turn around and get a relationship.
correct.
It ain't.
Yes.
So just like I said to that one young lady, um, eh, are you working out 5 times a week in the gym, lifting weights,
I'm gonna
sweat?
be honest with you, no.
Man, if you don't
And I
want to,
understand. Believe me, I've been watching you, so I understand all of this.
how long you been watching me?
Like I said, I've been binge watching you for like 2 weeks.
Okay, all right. So at a woman at 36, I know the shock of this whole new revelation,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to do something because sounds to me like many women, you've just been living. No sense of
True.
urgency, just doing what you're doing, no big deal. You make enough money, you can buy a house, but where is your life? Meaning,
Correct.
if if I Thanos snapped you away right now, how would the world know you've been here?
I've been working through that.
This is what I'm saying. Your sister has children. Where's her father? Where's her husband?
She was married, but it just did not work out.
Who divorced who? She divorced him for what?
Um, he wasn't a nice man.
Yeah, so you say. So she says.
So I say, yeah, yeah,
Right. But that's her choice. So she decided
yes,
to wreck her own home, and now she's got you as a sister husband.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Hmm.
See, if we had a community that supported family, somebody would have told her, you need to work it out with your husband. And you, instead of working out with working, helping your sister, somebody should have been saying, what you doing? You headed to Spencerville.
Yeah, definitely realize that now.
Right. So now that this has happened, you can't undo it. Woman in your position can either accept the reality and do something about it or
Hmm.
rage against the machine, but it's not going to change. But I would say,
Right.
how long do you, if you seriously, you say you want to get married, how long would you need to date somebody before you
I mean, at
are
this
ready for
point,
marriage?
I heard about you were talking about the other young lady, and she said he could find her. Yeah, I don't need long because at this point,
How long is not
we're
long?
at 6 months.
Okay.
And I also want to get back to your point before you got
Yeah, I got to
online. You
get
were
to
talking about
somebody else, but 6 months. Then I would say this: the main thing you got to be worried about right now is how tall are you?
uh 5'7".
Dress size?
I'm like a 10, 12.
How much you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
171. I weigh myself up every day.
Okay. Still, you got to
I
get you any
know.
fighting weight
I
because
know.
in order to make these things happen, the time frame is compressed the older you get. We should take less time to get married the older we get, not longer.
Right. Correct.
But
Correct.
most women think like this: I'm getting older, and I got to make 100% sure that I don't make a
Mm-mm.
mistake. Well, that you don't get to know those things. So what I'm gonna do is
Well, my sister did that. She was with him for 5 or 6 years.
Amanda, are you ready? What is this? Amanda, are you ready? Hold on just a second. Hold on, Nicole. Uh-oh, Amanda, come back. She bounced away. She was with him for 5 or 6 years. Lady, go away. I don't want to talk to you. What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm serious. I'm like, excuse me. If I say don't call, don't call. That's why I didn't want to talk. I know something's wrong with you. Ready, Amanda? Wait. All right, I'm gonna bring you on. I hope you're ready. Uh, how are you, Amanda?
Oh, I don't want to be on TV
Well,
or
then
on YouTube.
you click the Ask Godfather link. God damn. All right, ma'am, you got your camera blurred, so I can't see you. Ray, you ready? Wade, you need to wait. How are you doing? All right, go. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Samuels. How are you doing?
I am well. How old are you?
I'm doing well. I'm 34.
All right. What do you got for me? Is this the end for modern women?
I don't think it's necessarily the end, but if we can work together, it can be a beginning and we can do things to join together and move forward. And I think that's the message that you're trying to get across to people. I think sometimes, the communication for some people may get lost, but your overall message,
What do you mean if we can work together?
pretty much what you've been saying. Like, I mean, if we can, one,
Are
I
you
do.
single? Are you unmarried?
No, I'm married.
Okay.
I personally believe that the man is the leader of the household.
Okay.
If you're in a
I need to
straight
hold on, hold
relationship,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm trying to really speak to the women who are unmarried at this point.
okay,
Um, because if you're already married, you and your husband watch the show. This is for women who are looking for answers,
okay.
not women who already got their own. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah, she keeps. I don't know who this lady is. Luz. I guess you don't want your background to be shown or something. Let me go ahead and you. You gotta keep your camera on, or I'm not gonna bring you on. Hello. How are you?
Okay. Hello.
Hello. Hi.
Hi. Well, I just heard what you said to the other lady. So,
How old are you?
oh, I am 45 and married. So,
Okay. All right. Yeah.
so
Thanks. I want to. I mean, certain shows are kind of cool for married women, but single women really don't want to hear married women tell them, "Hey, I'm married and it's over for y'all." That's not really helpful. Uh, who is this? It says Mark. I don't see. I don't acknowledge her. Do, 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 do. Is that a dude? So, yeah. You're not a woman, so you're not supposed to be here. I don't know why folks. I mean, it's like I don't know why people think they're just gonna. Hey, I'm just gonna click and do what I want. Go ahead and leave, Mark, or I'll bounce you. Okay. So, um, we're talking about how long. See, I think one of the things with modern women is they realize the women who want to date forever. I'm gonna risk saying this. Many of you actually know that when somebody gets to know you, many of you seem to be afraid that they're not going to like you or want to be there. So that's why a lot of folks end up wrecking their home before it wrecks themselves. Are you ready, Sierra? Go ahead and wait. So, people talk about arranged marriages. I also need to be clear on this. I think many people get wrong what I say. Arranged marriages are not. There's several ways to do it, but the way I understand most arranged marriages is women have ultimate choice. A man sees a woman in her family. He says, I like her. There's a process where he talks to the family. The family says, this guy's interested in you. Do you want to do this? And if the woman says she wants to do it, they get it done. Courting, that's a short period if it's ever necessary. But what do you really need to court anybody for? What are you going to learn? What it is we're afraid to make a mistake. And most of us don't know ourselves well enough to it's like, well, shit, I want to be sure before I get married. So you'll go out and have 10 babies, but you won't get one husband. Want the French toast? Ready, Danielle? What the French toast? Yeah. Hello. How are you?
Hi,
How are you?
doing good. How are you?
There's a slight delay, I guess. Do you have YouTube or another YouTube playing in the background?
Um, no, I just exited out of it.
Okay. How old are you?
I just turned 38 yesterday.
All right. What do you got for me?
So, I'm recently divorced, mother of three,
Mm-hmm.
15, 5, and 2.
Okay.
And I'm currently seeing someone. Um, we're just friends though. Um,
We got to get to the point, though. Don't drag it out now. Got to run the show. Come on.
yeah, so me and my mom attended a wedding yesterday, and it was so many women in there. And it was
Mm-hmm.
so funny because I turned my mom on to you. I've been watching you for about 2 weeks now, and when we turned around and saw all the women, the single women
Uh-huh.
in there, we were made a joke like, "Oh, when we get back, we're gonna have to call Kevin because this is a problem." Like there was so many women and hardly no single men in there, and it's kind of scary
Hold on.
to
We
me.
have 20,000. Hold on. We have 20,000 people in here. Let me do a system check real quick. 20,000 folks in here, and we're going to need at least 20 people to hit the DatGum super chat. But I I know what's going on now. I'm doing the interviews, and y'all are watching entertainment. But come on, man, because we have some people who put in more than their fair share. Man, hit the $2, hit the $5, because yeah, I'm going on vacation too. Shoot. Yeah, there's a lot of single women. There are going to be more single women because it's like homeless people at the soup kitchen. And we're going to yep. Let me see what we got right now. We have 21,000 folks, 12,000 likes. Come on. Now, why are you divorced? When did you said you have 3 children and divorced?
Yes,
And
I got
how long you
divorced
been
in
divorced?
March. Since March,
And how long were you married?
like a year
Sierra,
and a half.
Sierra, you're next. A year and a half?
Yes, I was married to a narcissist. Well, I
Hold
it's a
on. Before
long
y'all start, hold on. I need to stop you right
it's a
here.
long story.
No.
It's a
What I
long
need
story.
you to, what I'm going to say is, when you ladies come in here and start saying things like that, I expect you to have a clinical diagnosis. If
Okay.
you wasn't clinically diagnosed as a narcissist, you didn't go to therapy and have a clinician say he has NBD. Please, I'm going to need us to stop being so flippant about these things. These things mean something.
Yes, absolutely.
Were you married to? Where's your child's father?
My 5-year-old and my 2-year-old are by my ex-husband.
The one you were with for a year and a half?
Well, no, we were together for about
The one you were married
6
for a year and a
years.
half?
No, we were together for, yeah, married to for a year and a half, but we were together for like 6, 7 years before we got married.
See, this is what I mean. Right here, perfect example. You were married for a year and a half, but you were together 6 years before that. There's nothing you're going to learn dating someone that's going to prepare you for marriage. Arguably, if you'd have got married first, you might not have had 2 kids. You might have got divorced quicker. See, one thing I would tell you, non-black
Mhm.
folks, we got this stigma about divorce for some reason in our community. Like and I would tell you, better to be married and divorced than having a bunch of damn 10-year relationships that go nowhere. You got no stock in anything. Now I'm
True.
back to you. So you got 3 kids, 2 by a man you were with for 7.5 years, and then another by.
Someone else. He's 15. My 15-year-old is by someone else.
Okay. Have you ever had sat down with a clinician or a therapist?
I have. I
Okay.
have
Do you want to
a few
remarry?
times.
Do you want to remarry?
Yes. Well, not right now, but eventually, yes.
The person you're dating right now just casual?
Yes.
All right.
He's a really good guy though.
Okay,
Um,
but does he want a serious relationship?
he doesn't either right now, but
Okay. All right.
eventually.
Well, all right. Let me move on to somebody else. But here's the thing. You're right. There are a lot of single women in church and weddings. It's going to be a heck of a lot more because, unfortunately, many women want to get married, but not ready for marriage. It's like I don't know if you're with somebody in a man's mind, it makes no sense to be with somebody for 6 years and then a year and a half afterwards. A year and a half after being married, y'all divorced. The men
I
here,
feel like I pressured him into getting married though.
yeah, two kids to do
I
that.
kind of gave
Why had the kids
I
though?
kind of gave him an ultimatum. Well,
Why
my
did the
baby
kids?
girl came after we got married, but it was kind of one of those things where I was gonna like I was kind of tired, and I was like, well, if you're not gonna marry me, he always was the type of person, I'm gonna marry you, I'm gonna marry him. Picked out a ring and everything, and it took
You
him
know what?
almost a
I'm
year
gonna
to
do
propose
I'm gonna
to
do a
me.
follow up show on this on Wednesday. I got to stick to this topic, but this is something I got to talk about
Okay.
because we do this too much. We do the hello, Sierra. Hello, how are you?
Good. How are you? Good evening, Kevin Samuels.
You have a TV on in the background or something?
Hello.
Mm-hmm. Got TV on in the background. Um, you need to unmute yourself, Miriam, over in the
Hi,
How are you?
I'm fine. I don't want to be on camera. Is that okay?
That's fine. How old are you?
I'm 30.
All right. What do you got for me? Is this in for modern women? This chick is out of keep. If she keeps coming here, just keep Xing her out. Every time she goes in, just X her out. Every time she brings in, don't even bring her to the screen. Just X her out. Go ahead. Oh, you muted yourself. You muted yourself. Go ahead. You're 30 and
All
what?
right. So I'm just calling in because I guess I wanted your expertise and advice on like what I can do moving forward, like in the dating world, and how I can, you know, I know I'm 30 and I'm approaching that danger zone, but I want to make like the necessary steps to, like
You have any children?
get married and have kids. Do I have to? No.
Okay. Why do you want to be married?
Because I want to nurture a family and I want a companion. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to be alone. And I want to serve, I want not serve a man, but I want to be with a
What's the
man and
longest
take care of
relationship you've
him,
ever had?
family. Huh?
The longest relationship you've ever had?
3 years.
Okay. And how long ago was that?
That ended in 2019.
All right. And why didn't you guys marry?
We didn't get married because of like family issues, and his family was like really involved in our relationship. So it just didn't necessarily like work out. But we were like
What do you mean
going.
family issues? How old was he?
He was 10 years older than me, so he was
What's a
about.
grown man doing involved? Okay. Is he married
Yeah.
now?
No.
Okay. First of all, that's bullshit. A man 10 years older than you, involved in family and relationship. You should
Well,
be
his
gone.
mom was very controlling
I don't
and
give a
wanted.
shit who she is. He's a grown damn man. Was his mama single?
She's widowed.
Thank you. So he's a mama's boy.
Yeah.
So you should have been gone after 3 months. As soon as you saw he was a mama's boy, y'all should peace out. Ladies, listen and listen well. When you see a man who's a mama's boy and his mama is in your business, leave. Stop being digmatized. Stop believing in the fairy tale. Hit the door. You don't have time to waste like we do, ladies. Because then we end up here. 3 years of wasted time. And how did that
Yeah.
prepare you for dating in this market? It hasn't.
Well, no, it didn't. But I did take some time to like heal, go to therapy, and I didn't to start back dating with like the wounds of the past. So I
Okay.
did go to therapy. I'm still in therapy.
How
It's
tall
like
are you?
I'm 5'10".
Dress size?
8,
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
165.
Okay. Um, I would say that this is an image thing. Your glasses don't help you.
Okay.
I mean, first thing I thought of was, I'm gonna be honest, when I saw those like Spike Lee, Morris Blackman. Um, you have you just like anybody else. Did you go to college?
Yes.
Where'd you major in?
But I'm a teacher, special education teacher.
Okay. So if you were a product, how would you sell you on the market? Thank you. That's what y'all need to figure out. You're a product. You're a product. Men are the market. What city are you in?
New York.
New York. Are you at Bergdorf's? Are you at Saks? Or are you at the Dollar General?
I'm definitely at Bergdorf and Saks.
Really?
You
may feel like you're at Bergdorf, but I'm going to ask you some Bergdorf questions.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Scale from 1 to 10. You can't use 7. Where would you rank yourself? Fresh face out of the shower, or your natural hair?
An adjustable 6.
I will give you a 5.
Okay.
Adjustable 6 will put you in the same area as Sweetie. So you're already over inflating yourself. Now, in your life, have you had adjustable 6, cute, pretty outcomes with men?
Probably not.
Okay, then why give yourself an adjustable 6? See, already overvaluing yourself. Bergdorf, great. When you walk into the place, the bar, the restaurant, whatever, do the men stop, turn, and look?
Yes.
Do they stop, turn, look, and stare?
Yes. Like I go places and guys stop and look and stare at me, and I make eye contact. I smile. I talk with them.
Okay, what I mean, I'm trying to ask in a nice way. Do they stop, turn, look, and stare at your beauty?
I believe so. Yes. I mean, I'm a tall woman, so I do
Yes, you're a
think
tall woman. Yes, true. But if I put you next to contemporary women who are 8s, 9s, and 10s, you're putting yourself in that category. And this is one of the problems with women today. You massively overvalue yourself because your ego. You're tall. That's different. But a guy's looking at you because they're like, damn, I want her. Or they're like, damn, that's different.
Understood.
Which one is it?
I'm not sure. I can't answer that. I'm sorry.
I'm really trying.
I'm not trying to be difficult.
I'm just okay. All right. So let's do it this way.
Okay.
All right. Would you say that men of all races would look at you as a classic beauty?
No.
Okay.
I don't.
All right. Then let's bring our rating down. Okay. Because if you're really rating yourself that high, you're going to be looking for men that are that high. It will be no different than a man who's got a job, a solid middle class job making $45,000 a year, expecting to date Rihanna. We'd say that's crazy. And Bergdorf is one of the most elite stores. And you have to be able to justify that with what men want. Fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. You're a special education teacher?
Yes.
All right. And 5'10", right?
Come again, please?
Your height, 5'10"?
Yes, sir.
So that means you'll be looking for men who are around your height or higher.
Yes, I do date guys who are shorter than me because I understand that I'm taller.
What is your preference?
My preference? To be honest, I don't necessarily really look at
Everyone
things
has
like
a
that.
preference.
My preference would be like 6 foot tall.
Thank you. Socioeconomic status. How many children would you like to have?
3.
What borough in New York City do you live in?
Westchester County.
Okay. After you're married, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills after you're pregnant with your first child?
No, not for the first 4 years.
Excuse me?
No.
No. No, you don't. And you want 3 children. Stair-stepped?
I'm sorry, come again?
Stair-stepped children?
I'm sorry, I don't
Stair-stepped?
know.
1, 3, 5? Stair-stepped.
Oh, like right after each other?
Stair-stepped. 1, 3, 5. Yes.
Yes.
Stair-stepped.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that means, at what age do you want to have to go back to work after your third child reaches elementary?
Kindergarten. Yes, yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that means you want to be off 10 years.
Okay.
10 years. How much is it going to cost a man to have his wife and provide for a family of 3 in Westchester County or better? What kind of income will this man need to make to provide for a stable middle class household to where the children can go to a reasonable, decent, or public school and or private school? To have at least your level of education, what kind of money would he need to make annually?
I'm guessing here, probably over 200,000. I'm guessing. I'm not trying to be
That is
difficult.
$200,000 for a family of 3 in Atlanta. That's in New York City. That's a single person.
Okay.
I'll be up there next week, man. Let's be realistic. Westchester is very expensive.
Yes. Again, I'm not trying to be difficult.
I get it. I get it. But we're working through the numbers. So, what is well, I don't want to ask you your rent. Are you in an apartment?
Yes.
Okay. Are you paying more than $3,000?
I don't pay anything. I still live with my parents.
How old are you again?
I'm 30.
Why you still live with your parents?
Culturally and just
Have you ever lived on your own?
When I was in college, yes.
So you don't even know what it means to be out here carrying your own load. So it's another burden. Ma'am, if I look at just Manhattan, Westchester is very expensive. And here it's about $300,000. In New York City, you're looking at 4.25. But even if it was 200,000, 200 to 4.25, still, you're talking about the top 3 to 1% of men in income. Then when you factor in height, you're looking for a percentage of the 1%.
Yeah.
So now we got to ask, if a man is in a 6 foot tall, making a $250,000 or more, what kind of woman does he want?
He wants 6 or better or higher.
He wants a what?
He wants a 6 or higher.
He's going to get an 8 or higher.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Of all races. That's the point. He has it all. So, yes, you may feel like you're Bergdorf, but you're not. And your ask is far too high. If someone came to you that you believed, said, look, Ma, you're going to have to marry a man who's making about $45,000, $50,000 a year, the median income for a middle-class American. And that's married. And after you're pregnant while you're married, you're going to get 12 weeks off. Then after that 12 weeks off, you're going to go back to that special education job that you went to college for. You're going to work until you retire. And after your second child and third child, you're going to go 12 weeks off is what you get.
Yes, sir.
Are you still going to want, and you're going to marry a man who's making middle class income, would you want to get married and have children?
I'm sorry.
Would you want to marry a man like that and have children? Be honest.
No.
Thank you. That's what's wrong with you, French ass. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't mind work. I mean, not that I don't mind. I don't have a problem with working. I just thought like the first year of the child's life to be home as like the mom and I go back to work.
Yeah, if you were fine enough, that might happen. But you ain't that fine. Okay. And I'm tired of women, no offense, young lady, but I'm so tired of average women like yourself thinking you get to live like a top 1% woman when there is nothing in your life to show you that. Did your mother live that way?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. She stayed home with
And where's your father from?
Until we reached
Where's your father from?
Africa.
Uh-huh. She lived like that here?
Yes.
And what does he do for a living?
My dad?
Yes.
He's an engineer.
Thank you. And she married him at what age?
19, 20.
Thank you. You want that kind of thing? You need to marry young. I want you ladies to listen to what the F you're talking about. A man that has all the options in the world, I want him. But if I got to work and be like a normal person, that's too much living like a peasant. So I'd rather be by yourself. Then die by your goddamn self. Take your special education degree, buy a cat, move out your parents' house, die.
Well, obviously that's not what I'm asking you.
No, because I get tired of you ladies shitting on average men. If I can't have a year off, I might as well. Like, a man is only worth something if he can give you this fantasy life.
Mr. Samuels, I never said that I was shitting on an average man.
I'm saying you shitting on an average man.
I don't think I am.
I'm telling you, you are.
Okay.
Men, I asked you, would you want to still get married if you had to marry an average income man and do what 72% of all mothers in this country work full or part-time? And I asked you if a man himself is valuable enough for you to couple with. If he's doing what he needs to do to be a solid citizen, and know what you basically said is, if I can't take a year off and live some fantasy that I thought, then
I'm sorry, sir. You didn't say.
A man, his essence of who he is, what he's worth is a paycheck and some money. I know what I heard. You're talking to yourself. But you know what? I'll open it up. Maybe I misheard something. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off. Maybe I'm off. To the gentleman in the chat room, did I mishear that? Thank you. Brandon said, very sobering to hear. Yep. No, I didn't mishear that. I heard exactly what I heard. And what I need you ladies to understand why I'm exacerbated is because I'm not a man that fits in that category. But in our community, you have women in our community looking at average men when every other race of women look at their average men as husbands. You look at them as not good enough. When you are actually not good enough for them, we're better than you. Shout out to Patrice O'Neal. Show me the male of any animal, and I will show you the male is better than the woman. He's bigger, he's stronger, he's faster. We build the world. The very men you think aren't good enough. Oh. Y'all have been, this is where this womanism, feminism shit, y'all have been sold a fucking dream. This is why you see an average looking white woman with an average white guy and they're happy and married at 23 or 25. You're 30 living at home with your mom and them thinking you should have a life of a Bergdorf beauty when you're, oh Jesus, don't say it. All right, let's go on to the next person. I'm sorry, Ashley, you next.
Hello. Can I not be on camera?
You sure don't have to be.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How old are you?
I'm 27.
All right. Woosah, reset. Hi, Ash. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good. All right. Is this the end for modern women, or what did you have on the topic? Either or.
I'm gonna say yes and no.
Okay.
I'm saying yes because modern women, they take pride in being independent.
Mhm.
And like you said, they really don't need a man because they can pay their own bills, can buy and pay rent themselves. They don't really um like need a man to really do anything for them.
Okay.
And I say no. Because women like me, we're like learning like our faults when it comes to how we think about men. Knowing that we do actually need them, they're not as indisposable as we think.
Well, when you say that modern women can take care of themselves, things like that, I agree. But is just being able to pay the rent and all that stuff, is that taking care of yourself or is that just surviving? Because I don't know many women, only 9% of women in our community earn more than $75,000 a year. So being just because you can pay your rent and your utilities and drive a mid-sized car doesn't mean you're thriving. Right?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is surviving, but I think a man does make a woman's life easier. Not just like the paying rent, but like sort of having, like you said, a man is the head
That's
of a
who was on the
household.
phone. Hold on. That's who was on the phone. That's who the last person was. All this right here, all up in here with it. As soon as I saw, I thought of Dookie on the wire. Put some braids on him. That's who you got. That's your Bergdorf beauty. Go ahead, man.
I forgot what I was saying.
I know it's breath. I know you were. I don't want to bring you into it. Takes your breath away. But what I was saying is, yes, many modern women, because they are independent, they feel like they're good. But then the pandemic happened, and it showed everybody that you're pretty vulnerable out here. So, for you, what do you want as an outcome? Do you want to be single? Would you like to be married? Would you like children? No. What?
I'm single and I do want to be married. My mom and dad are still married, so I want it like even more that like they're married for almost 30 years.
Do you have any
And I do
children?
want no, I don't have kids, but I do want kids.
All right. When's your longest relationship?
Um a little under a year, and that was back in 2017.
Oh, I so okay. So, ooh,
Yeah.
first thing I hear of is no relationship skills.
I mean, I think I know how to talk and deal with men. Like, I'm not that
But your
shy or
longest
anything.
relationship was a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I mean, hang out here for a second because um, I got something I want to bring back, but I want to get everybody in. So we're gonna go to hold on, uh, Sierra, Kimberly, then Camry. Sarah, you're next, and Kimberly. Sierra, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes, good evening, Mr. Samuels. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I am 37.
All right. Are you single or are you married?
Yes, I am. I am
Okay.
single.
Any children?
Yes, my daughter's 22 years old.
All right. So what do you got on the topic?
I think it's not over for modern women.
Okay.
I think that we have to get in tune back to our old ways. I think in the generation now, it's like everything is old school. We're not doing that anymore. And from my grandmother's age and that era, my grandmother took care of her husband. She had a garden, she, took care of the house and
You have a
everything like
daughter or
that.
a son?
I have a daughter.
Okay, then if it's not over for modern women, who gets to decide that?
The men, the men.
Meaning, if the end goal is marriage, right?
Yes.
What
Yes.
percentage of modern women are marriageable?
It's a very low percentage of modern women older.
Give me a
I thought
number.
I had,
Give me a number.
oh man, that maybe 10%. I mean,
Okay,
that
so
probably
ma'am,
are
hold on,
eligible
hold
to
on,
be
hold on,
married.
hold on. 10%. I'll give you
Yes,
20.
sir.
I'll give you 20. Ma'am,
Okay.
if I gave you a 20% chance of living, would you say it's over?
No. It's critical, definitely. Yes, it is. Absolutely. I think it's critical in our community and everywhere. It's urgent that we as women
Okay,
have to
so
realize.
so so if that's the case, are modern women moving like they're in critical condition?
No.
Then it's over.
Okay.
I mean, I hear what you're going to try to tell me. Yeah, it's not over. We need to get back to like our grandmothers. Granted.
Right.
How many of these modern women are marriageable? You said 10%. I gave you 20. Either way, it's still low. And if it's
Yes.
10 or 20, are the 90 acting like they need to move? 80 or 90 acting like they need to do anything? Nope.
No, I thought I had time too, Kevin, and I agree with you 100%. I went to college when I was 16 years old. I thought I was,
So if you, how long
good,
you been
and
watching me?
I've been watching you for a year now,
All right. What's the name of your
and I
personal
know I'm
trainer?
not
What's the
good.
name of your
It's not
personal
good.
trainer?
I do not. I exercise in the gym. I need a personal trainer. I will
I
be
was
with
asking you,
him.
what's the name of your personal trainer?
No, I don't have one currently,
Why not?
Kevin. And
Why not? Why
I'm
not?
sorry.
Why not?
I've been working in the gym, and as
No,
I've
no,
been
no, no,
watching
no, no,
you,
no, no, no. What? No, no. Did you go to college?
yes, I did.
Did
Eastern
you
Michigan
graduate?
University.
Okay, okay.
No,
I don't. No, you're over talking me. I have very specific questions. Did you go to college? Yes. Did you graduate?
no, I did not.
All right. Your daughter's how old?
22 years old.
Well, she's out of the house.
No, she's been self-employed since 16.
All
No,
right.
she's
So
still with.
okay. So 22 out of the house, self-employed. So the money you make is yours.
Correct.
All right. You've been watching me for a year. Where's your
I'm sorry.
name? You've been watching me for a year. How
Yes, I
tall are
have.
you? How tall are
Yes,
you?
I'm 5'7".
Dress size.
My dress size is 18, and I have lost
So
weight.
stop. So stop. So
Okay.
stop. You're moving just like the women you say it's not over for. That's why you're talking so fast,
Absolutely.
trying to overtalk. So if you've been watching me for a year, and you don't have any kids at home,
Right.
all you gotta do is pay for you.
Right.
You ain't doing. And the thing men want is fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. And the one thing that all women could do about is their fitness, not your looks, not your kids,
Right.
your fitness. You haven't done anything about it.
Yes, I have. Yes, I changed
Were
my
you a
eating.
20? Were you a dress 24?
Yeah, I was actually bigger than I
Okay, well
was.
then a personal trainer is even more necessary.
Absolutely, I agree.
Then why not hire one?
You're right.
I know. Men don't listen to all this stuff y'all talk about. This is why y'all are losing, because you talk too much and do too little. You're not going to talk your way. You're not going to talk your way down the aisle with a black man. You're going to work your way down the aisle with a black man.
I agree.
Then do it. I went down all the list. There's no reason. I've been following you for a year. That's plenty enough time to hear me say fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, submissive. Every time I answer a question, blah, 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 blah. And the bottom line is I got to talk a lot because I ain't doing shit. I'm not doing what the men say they want. I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing enough.
I agree.
Then what's there to talk about? That's the point. And I'm being direct because so many of our women feel like they can talk their way down the aisle when other women work their way down the aisle. It's not a matter of knowing it, it's a matter of doing it. I've said it earlier in this broadcast. Men are not listening to y'all. They're looking at what you do.
Absolutely.
Y'all know all the right things. You've always done all the right things, but why? Because ultimately, unfortunately, most men think you're just talking. You don't really want to work to submit to a black man. That's what many black men think. That's what many black men think because they look at the outcomes from even some of the women who say they know better. They're not doing it.
Yes.
You don't have any babies at home.
Yes. And that was a reality check for myself as well. Eating good, what's going into my body, spiritually, who I was.
I know you know all the right things to say, man. I know you know all the right things to say. It's just, y'all got to do, no. Unmute yourself. If y'all want these men you say you want, y'all gonna have to do better. Y'all gonna have to do better. Hello, how are you?
Hi, Kevin. How are you?
I am well. How old are you?
I am 24. Turn 24 next month.
Cool. So, modern women. You're on the younger side. Is it over for you yet? I hope not.
No, it's not over for me.
All right.
But for unfortunately some women in our community, Black women, it may be over. Again, some women can't jump from being non-submissive to submissive.
Mm-hmm.
Other women, can't jump from being independent to dependent. And not catering to a man. And so I think
what do you want? What do you want as an outcome? You're single? Would you like to be married?
Well, yes, actually, I'm single. No. Because of you.
You know what? You're single what?
I said because of you
You're
and
what?
God. I am in a relationship.
Okay. Single means you're unmarried.
Oh, okay, then yes.
I only judge based on marriages. Everybody's single unless they're married. See, I get because if I let people just talk about relationships, you just had somebody on here who was on a relationship for 7 years. It don't count. It's married or not.
Okay.
We got to start drawing hard lines. So you're in a relationship. Good. What's the outcome you want of a relationship?
Marriage.
Are you ready for
We
it?
both want marriage.
Are you ready for it?
Yes.
Are you?
I am preparing for it as much as possible every day while we are in a relationship together.
How old is your guy?
He is 32.
Were your mother and father married?
They were.
Are they still married?
Legally, yes. It's a funny story.
Okay, they're married though. Okay, is your dad when you talk to your dad about relationships?
He talks to me about marriage being the end goal.
Right. So, whose advice are you following?
I'm following. Well, actually, I'm following that of my parents and also my grandparents, who also had a hand in raising me. They are currently married as well, and have been for many years.
All right. So I'm gonna say something to you.
Okay.
Before you said you really weren't necessarily sure if you knew you wanted to be married. Is that right?
No, I'm sure. I'm just preparing for it.
Okay. But did you say that earlier?
No.
Okay. You've always known you wanted to be married.
Yes.
All right. Are you Christian?
Yes.
When I say he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor with the Lord.
Yes.
That means when you're found, you're already a wife.
Yes.
How are you
And
learning how to, no? How are you learning how to be a wife in general for a man you're dating in particular?
right now, we've we have really good communication. First off, um, I have
Does
done
your father
some.
like him?
He has not met him physically, but
Then
from what I can
stop,
tell,
stop, stop. You're out of order, young lady.
okay.
So that's why I'm trying to get you because anybody who's watching see where I'm going. You're
Yeah.
doing this. You're in the driver's seat of this. You come from a married father and a married grandparents. I asked you about your parents' marriage. You don't speak of it highly. You're like they're legally married. I'm gonna just tell you right now, your mother and father are married. That relationship really ain't none of your business other than what it is. But far too
Okay.
many of our children are intimate parents somehow drug their kids into the marriage. So now I ask you who you lead, and you jump up to your grandparents. So basically, you revere your grandparents' relationship, you disdain your mother and father's marriage, and you're in the driver's seat of your own with a 32-year-old man, and you're out of order. Because if I ask the men in your family, do they like this man? They don't know. You're out of order.
Excuse me. Can I not also be on camera? I didn't.
You're not on camera.
Okay.
You're out of order. And like it or not, it has been
Okay.
shown over and over and over and over again. When women are allowed to pick what they want, they pick with their emotions and tend to pick wrong. So whether we like it or not, when marriages are more arranged, when marriages are more directed by the men, we see things you guys don't. You will find a way to customize yourself for a man you fall in love with. That doesn't make him good for you. And if the man was really good for you, a good fit, you would be rushing him home to meet the men that you think are important.
Okay.
Sorry, but that's just the truth, whether you like it or not. So meditate on that one, but you're out of order at this point. And that's part of the issue. So many of our women are just doing what they're doing. They're just doing what they're doing, and and then mess around and be like, well, I was with him for 3 years and it didn't work out. Where's the man? I didn't bring my dad in my life. Why not? She did say her father said the end goal of a relationship is marriage. So stop judging your father as your mother's husband and judge him as your daddy. Oh shit. Stop judging your father as your mother's husband and judge him as your daddy. What he did with your mama is none of your damn business. Because you don't know no way. All right. We're going to run through this real quick. Anybody who has pictures up, we're going to not go through. Kimberly, you're next. Yeah, y'all tripping? Y'all tripping? Yeah, y'all want to see the Bergdorf Beauty again? Yeah, that's it. Mm-hmm. That's right. That's Miss 6.5.
Hello, Kevin.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Is it all right if I'm not on camera?
That's fine. How old are you?
Thank you. I'm 30 years old.
Uh, are you single or married?
Single.
Any children?
No children.
All right. Modern women. Is it over? Yes, no, or what do you want out of, or what do you have? What do you got?
I think it is over unless we decide to make some changes. So I've been watching a show, like binging for a month now, hours and hours. And I just wanted to talk about the therapy aspect of things. So I have been in therapy
Mm-hmm.
individually and also in therapy with my boyfriend. He's also 30 years old.
Okay.
And we've been going consistently. So every second week we have a session, and once
Mm-hmm.
every month I have a session with a pastor from my church.
Okay.
And it's been helpful, but the reflecting that happens after the session has been even more helpful. And I like your approach because I find with other people, they try to use a lot of euphemisms and they're a bit afraid, I guess, to hurt your feelings that they don't actually tell you the truth. And in my earlier years, in my 20s, I was out there partying and doing whatever. And part of that reason is I never felt safe or protected at home. So when my
Let me ask you a
boyfriend
quick,
was talking about,
hold on, let me ask you a quick question.
Mhm.
How long have you been with your
Yeah,
boyfriend?
we've been together for 2 years now.
Okay. One of the things that I always bring to people's attention is
Hmm.
we attract who we are. And when
Yeah,
therapy starts, um, it's 50-50. You may go in as boyfriend and girlfriend, but you may leave not the same way you came in.
mm.
Um, because if you're going in, because you guys go in, do you go individually or as a group?
We have a couples therapist, and then I also see a pastor separate on
Right.
my
And so
own
you seeing anybody
without him.
separately?
He's already seeing someone separately before this
So,
relationship.
so
Mm.
there's a chance it's 50-50. And I'm just saying you need to know that's a possibility. See, therapy, unless there's a clinical diagnosis, schizophrenia, this, that, when you need a psychiatrist or medication, there's supposed to be a graduation day. And going into therapy is I think, a mindset to accept therapy is good. Um,
I
but
can see that. Yeah.
I would say that, if he's seeing somebody, you're seeing somebody, you're seeing somebody together, what's the, where are you guys at in your relationship today? And what does he want?
So he wants to get married. I was
Okay.
hesitant in the beginning because I was afraid.
Okay.
When I grew up, I was told to always have a backup plan, to
Mm-hmm.
always have your money on the side, and to always have your career
Mm-hmm.
because a man could leave you.
Mm-hmm.
And
And this
that's
is
what I
told to
was
you by
thinking
whom?
about by my mom.
Was your mother married?
Um, she was
Was your
married
mother
and then
married to
she
your
got
father?
divorced. No,
Okay. So your mother didn't have a history of stable, strong relationships with a man.
no. They
All right.
were long relationships, but not
Well, my
the
point
best
is,
ones to learn from.
my point is, like many of us, that backup plan was your mother's way of trying to help you survive in the world alone. So it's good that you see that. But just like I said earlier, you've been with this person for 2 years. What's the holdup? 2 years is 18 months too long, really. But really, it's 12 months too
Well,
long.
I'm ready now. We've learned to sort of resolve
All
arguments
right.
ourselves. In the beginning, we didn't know how
You're
to do
ready.
that.
No, not we're ready now.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm
Say it
ready.
again. Say it again.
I'm ready. I was
Thank you.
just
You need to
really
hear
afraid.
yourself say, I'm ready. Does he know
Hmm.
you're ready?
Yes, he knows that I'm
Are you
ready
ready
now.
to stay?
I
Yeah.
am ready to stay.
All right, then send me some
I'm
pictures
ready to
of
stay.
send me some pictures of the cake because I ain't coming over there where y'all are. Send me just some pictures. Get on down now and get off my
Yeah,
show.
Australia. Yeah.
Well, okay.
We'll
Well, send me
send you
some
some
dingoes and
pictures.
kangaroos and some a blooming onion and some shit. All right, later. Thanks. See, she needs to hear herself say, I'm ready. I understand. Like I did that show on Thursday. And by the way, if you guys see my Instagram lives uploaded to other people's channel, report those channels. I don't give anybody, those folks, permission to upload my stuff. That's why that content abuse thing, because the one I did on Thursday, Sister Daughters, oh, I got a follow up for that. Instagram, I'm going to be talking a lot about this mother daughter dynamic and how it impacts so many modern women. I've studied the topic. I've actually reached out to people who are professionals to get more info. I don't just sit up here and play sound effects just to be funny. I got to make a show, a little bit of entertainment, such and so forth, but I'm really trying to get some shit done. That is healthy. Somebody heard that woman say, I was raised this way, I was scared, but she did the work, and now she heard herself say, that's progress. That's progress. That's progress. That's good. I see Nikita and Lady in the red, Nikita, and then Audra, you next. That's progress. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it alone, but do it. Damn it, that's progress. Hello.
Hi, do I have to be on camera?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay, I don't want to. I just
First
want
off,
to say
how old are you?
I'm 35,
Are you single or are you married?
single.
All right. What do you got for me?
I don't think it's over for us, but I
Mm-hmm.
do in a way. Um, I just say that it is because of like you say, the ego. The ego is a real thing, and the feminist movement that we have right now, it's like really diminishing to the woman,
Do you
and
have
they
any
don't
children?
see it.
You have any children?
I have to.
Okay. So, would you like to be married one day?
I do. I'm actually a therapist, so I
Okay.
do.
Um,
I do want to be married.
what
However,
kind of therapist, if you don't mind?
family marriage.
Okay. So, you know what I find is interesting? So many of our therapists in our community as women are unmarried. What happens? Have you ever had your clients ask you about that? I mean, you're not being seen, so.
Oh, okay. No, they ask me, but it's so awkward. A lot of
Mhm.
times it's hard to be a therapist. Um, Dealing with single black men because they try to hit on me and it
Well,
crosses.
I'm not even talking about just the ones that hit. Because like oftentimes people criticize me. Why y'all listen to a man who's twice divorced? I'm like, well, have you looked at the state of relationships in our community? We got 23, 1 in 4 of our
Right.
women will get married. So I often speak to black women who are either psychiatrists or I put them in the say the clinician or therapist, family marriage, and it's not uncommon to see a lot of women over here on either side really being unmarried, but over here. And I'm asking, do people ever ask why for somebody like yourself, you got all the answers, why aren't you married? That's
It
what they,
is. It is a question oftentimes, and oftentimes I have to explain to them that my job is not to fix their problems, but to help them navigate themselves. Because a
right.
lot of times that's the issue. We don't know ourselves. So
So
until
if
we
you want to
figure
be,
that part out,
so if you
huh?
want to, how old is your youngest child?
He's 10.
So personally, you want to be married? Do you have any prospects?
I did, but I mean, I actually did what you say we shouldn't do in our
Uh oh.
community, what we kind of thought was the process of being a down B, We
Mm-hmm.
grew up on that. And I tell people all the time that Tupac song really did damage to our culture. I don't care what nobody say. Um, because it gave us the perception that we can take all we can take before we require a lot. So that kind of happened in a situation of me wasting like 17 years with
Oh,
somebody.
Lord, am I? So
Right.
are you in therapy or have you had it?
I'm in therapy myself as a therapist. I have to be.
Well, you're supposed to be, but I meet many therapists who have not. I got a document on this show, several who aren't. So I guess ultimately
Oh
it's
no, I take it serious. I don't joke
right.
around with it because I realize how um broken we were brought up. Like it's just so many things that we were taught that is wrong. My mother was a teenage mom. So of
Mm-hmm.
course she taught me all the wrong stuff. And so me just trying to rectify that and teach my daughter the right way, I take it very seriously because I see now at 35 where I could have been versus what I
Mm-hmm.
should have been doing. And I'm trying to make sure that she is not in this position at all at this age.
Mm-hmm. Well, stay watching because I got some thoughts on this later on, but I'm gonna try to
Okay.
get to somebody else too. So
Okay.
thank you, appreciate it. Um, I told you guys a lot of therapists watch this show, and it is not uncommon for people, especially in our community. We family. I mean, we know our situation. So when people are like he divorced, what y'all expect? broken folks know better than folks that are fixed, but the point is to get better. Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
21.
Okay. What do you got for me on the topic?
Okay, so can I not be on camera, please?
That's fine.
So I do believe that the modern woman cannot bounce back from this, or like things have really have to change to come back from it. Because I feel like the agenda or the propaganda that has been pushed towards us has really shaped how we view the dependency on men. So like we feel like we don't want that anymore, and we've shaped how we want like the dating scene to be. You know what I mean?
Were your mother and father married?
They were.
All right. Would you like to be married in the future?
Yes.
Now, your generation, more than anything else, there's a lot of hooking up and going out in groups. Have you ever had a one-on-one committed monogamous relationship?
Yes.
How long did it last?
My longest one was 5 years, and but that was on and off. But my current one has been since May, but I was speaking to him before May.
Is there an age gap between you two?
No, not really. He's 23 and he's 23
Okay.
and I'm 20.
Is this a long distance relationship?
No.
You guys have been seeing each other since May. Did your father know about him?
My father hasn't been that involved in my life.
Does your mother know about it?
Yes.
Okay, so if you needed masculine advice from a familial person, who would you ask?
I wouldn't know who to ask.
Okay, that's an issue. It's an issue because, mother and father are married, but you don't have a relationship with your father right now?
No. I'm trying to build one, but like the way we are right now, my older sister has a really good relationship with him, but me as a middle child and like just feeling like I needed my father and like not feeling how like that he wanted me as much as I wanted him to want me, made me reject him more.
They're not still married though, are they?
No.
Okay. What about your younger siblings? You said you're middle child.
Yes.
So your younger siblings, is that their father?
Yes, it's all from the same father.
Okay, so do they have a relationship with him?
No, not that well. No.
Well, we tend to go look for our parents. Are you in have you had any kind of therapy yourself?
I haven't.
You need to. You need to. Because what you've described is, I don't want to overstep my boundaries, but one, your father's your father, and if your older sibling has a relationship, well, I find this oftentimes children tend to take on the defense of a parent instead of judging your dad as your dad. I don't know if that's what's going on, but you need to understand what it is you're looking for from your dad, and then what it is you're looking for in the marketplace while you're still young enough, because you don't want to go out and reproduce this stuff. And you have no direction. So there's no brother, uncle. And I'm always concerned when I hear women out here teaching other women, because well-meaning as they may be, it's been pretty well shown that you guys don't understand us, know what we want, or what we're looking for. So I don't want to see you waste a lot of time. I would suggest sitting down with somebody ASAP. All right, appreciate it. The show's running a little long. Is it the end for modern women? Is it the end for modern women? Well, I certainly don't think end times is over here. But y'all can buy me a private jet. I will take a private jet if you want to. If y'all want to send, you know what? Maybe I need to set up me a GoFundMe for a private jet. Should I buy me a jet? I'll put Godfather Airlines on the side of it. Y'all want to buy Godfather a jet? Take some trips. We go see shit. All right. Be on the lookout for Patreon. Relaunching Patreon this week, the private online community. Again, like I said, I wanted to take the best parts of the mix, LinkedIn, and do something new. I don't want, like I said, it's not going to be a bunch of, ooh, did you see over? No gossip and snapping. It's going to be a good, healthy, functioning place where you'll be proud to get in. And here's the thing. Just because you come don't mean you can stay. Come over and act a fool if you want to. I've had some folks to try to join over here and try to troll. There won't be any trolling. And this is a benevolent dictatorship. Somebody came over there and tried to do whatever. Refund, get the French toast out, block. You think Matumbo could block a shot? Mess with me and my groups. You think if you don't play with me. Good show, people. Good show. Thank to all the people who participated. Thank you to the ladies who risked a little vulnerability. To the Bergdorf Beauty. I really tried to. Anyway, move on. Tomorrow, Instagram, Thursday, Instagram, and then when I go on vacation, I need a little time off. I'll let you guys know, but I just love doing what I do. But everybody needs a little R&R. But I appreciate you guys so much for riding through this. We are actually making progress. We're making progress. We've gone from an environment to where it was pretty contentious to where it still happens. But we're starting to see stuff come out the other side. But we got to do it. We're better together. When men are doing the best version of themselves, women are the best version of themselves, we naturally work well together. I don't make any bones about it. I don't have all the answers, and I don't try to act like I have all the answers, even though I may speak authoritatively. Make no mistake, I don't think I know everything. I got a lot of people that ask questions, a lot of requests, and I rely upon a lot of people I trust to even say, hey, man, you may need to moderate this, or that. This is about us. It's not about me. I'll get what I want by helping people get what they want. I truly believe that. I am excited about some things I'm going to announce coming up. You know, that self-awareness assessment I talked about a month ago. Ooh, I cannot wait to make the next announcement on that, and the next announcement on many people have asked about therapists and referrals and things like that. I would love to be able to work with quality therapists who have an outcome who want to have the same kind of outcomes we want. More on that later. The online Patreon community, there's going to be a directory of stuff over there. You're looking for an accountant, an attorney, a dentist, a doctor, a matchmaker, a builder. Look, you build the world you want. Black folks, we ain't no different. And like I said, it's going to be open, and make what you want of it. I'm excited about the rest of this year, because when I start to hear people make progress, and people can sit around and talk about what we're doing in this entertainment. Yeah, there's some entertainment over here. There's education, but there's also progress. That's a good thing. Guys, I am going to be announcing some new music coming up too. Did you guys like the interlude song? I heard this artist over on Abba and Preacher's channel, and when I heard her sing the first couple of times, I was like, dang, I need to pad this on. I love her voice. And we're going to work to get some stuff done. It's been a good show. Been a great show. But as usual, guys, until the next time, how do we do that? Peace. We are gone. I'm a PhD.
Yes. stop.